Okay, so let's go in our, let's call this shake. Motion effects. Edit parameter null. Right, so let's really crank up the amplitude when this hits. So let's just go in here, amplitude, let's crank it up. And let's decrease the period. So period is going to be how fast it's going to shake. So I think maybe we're shaking too much now even. Yeah, okay, the amplitude should be lower, but the period should definitely be like quite low. So, and then let's slowly increase our period again. Let's decrease our amplitude. Perfect. Okay, so we wanted to do that thing. Now let's make another instancer. So I guess we can just copy and paste our debris instancer and call these small rocks. And let's dive in there. And let's merge our terrain in there. So it's going to be, let's check, let's go into, so we just need to copy and paste this thing. Whip. Right, we are terrain. And let's gather some points on that. So let's just add a scatter. Let's really crank this up. Let's turn off relax iterations. Maybe we want to, okay, we have the terrain here. We probably want to delete the bottom stuff. Okay, what we can do for that is, you know what, we can also do it differently. Let's do a dot product. Let's do it in VOPs. It's probably easier to explain. Okay, so let's do a dot product. We're going to do a dot product from the normal and then to this axis here. I'm just going to plug it in and then I'm going to show you what it sort of like to show you what it does. Okay, so let's turn off our shading. So essentially a dot product is going to sort of look at the normal now, and then the second vector, and then it's going to output something between 0 and 1. Or 0 and -1, by the way. So -1 and 1, sorry. As a dot product. So if I make it in the y-axis, you can see in 1, then it's gonna color stuff on the top. If I make this -1, gonna color the bottom. If I make it 1 like that, you can see we only sort of scatter on the sides. So let's just do it like this. And now let's say we want to scatter in the color. So CD. We can say maybe multiply the dot product here with a noise. Boop. So then we're multiplying with this noise, meaning we're gonna have some more control over sort of where the color is located. So like if we look at this, see we're gonna add this color, but we're only gonna do it at the top because we're multiplying the dot product, right, that we had. So you can do maybe something like this. And then we're scattering it in there, and you can see now we have some more interesting pattern there. Now let's remove all of this. So let's randomize some stuff. So attribute randomize. Let's randomize p-scale. So between 0.5 and 1, and global scale very small. Let's attribute randomize again. Let's randomize the orientation. It's going to be a quaternion, so we need 4 components. Output. Let's go up. Now let's put our instance rock. Oh, it's already in there. So you can see right now we're scattering super small rocks in there. So I guess we could make them a little bit bigger. And we're only going to want to do one because this is going to be a little bit heavy, probably. So then we have these small rocks. So I guess we could check in our terrain. Let's go in here. I already have small rocks, so let's just include them. Where are they? Small rocks. Okay. Now we are going to enable displacement, so that's also going to happen then on our debris, because that's instancing the same rock. So it's going to be this one. So enable distillation. I think we need to turn off a couple of things, because like I mentioned before, instances cannot use screen space adaptive. So I think we need to use minimum edge length to 0. Let's not put our subdivisions too high. So what it's going to do is it's going to subdivide the rock, the instance rock. It's going to add the displacement. So it's going to be this stuff. And then it's going to instance it. Just have a look what that looks like. But you cannot have screen space adaptive when you're instancing objects. So it's going to do the same displacement and the same subdivisions on every instance. Right, let's just try with the rock. So if you turn that on and you're going to leave the minimum edge length higher, then it's going to complain down here. I think I did it correct because it's not complaining. So that's good. It's going to take a little bit longer again to compute. I'm going to turn off the... Let's just... So is it working? They're quite small, so it's a little bit hard to see. I'm going to make them a little bit bigger, so it's going to be a little bit easier to see. Okay, now we should have some bigger rocks. Yeah, you can see the small rocks being instanced. Actually, I kind of like them also not being somewhat medium size actually. You know what? Maybe what we can do is, okay, let's make this smaller like we had before. Like that. Let's make a little bit more points. So like that. Let's just add a wrangle. And again, let's do float r equals random based on the point number. And if r is bigger than 0.95, then at p scale times equals 2.5. Okay, so here I'm going to have a couple that are a little bit bigger. Yeah, we have a whole bunch of small ones. I'm actually maybe I think that looks fine. I guess let's just keep it like this. And well, now we have all of the elements actually. So we have the pyro, the embers, all of the good stuff. So now let's talk a little bit about render settings, about what we need to specifically keep in which ROP, and then let's render out some frames, and then we can start compositing in Fusion or Nuke if you want to use Nuke. I don't have Nuke, Nuke is way too crazy expensive. Foundry, if you're listening, make an indie version of Nuke. Do it. Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, let's continue.